All right, today as I get ready to prepare our February blog, what's in me at this moment, and that's the way I write, I'm thinking about, what is the message that I need to convey? What is the thing that is pulling and drawing me? As I talk about, the influence of university, what's drawing me right now, because we're talking about owning the room. And in order for us to own the room, there's several things that have to take place. But most importantly, are words. Words. Like, if you're going to own the room, yes, there are certain things that we have to do in terms of our presence and our gestures. But the most important thing that people are there to hear are what? Words. Because remember, there are four types of speakers. There's the speaker that gives the information, the education, the motivation, and then the transformation. Like, all of those things are key elements to any good speech. Right? You have to, you have to inform them, you have to educate them, you have to motivate them, and then you have to transform them. A transformation is the thing that happens when all of these elements are present. Because at the end of the day, what people want is results. How do we get to the results or the transformation? And so that's what we're doing. But you cannot do any of those things unless you have what? Words. I've heard people say this quite often, that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never, or something, I can't remember. But it says that words don't hurt. Yes, words hurt. Words hurt. Think about it. Have you ever been hurt by someone's words? Not only do words hurt, but I also want you to know that words heal. See, that's what I really want you to hear, because if you hear that, then you've heard it all. Words heal. So we have to understand that as presenters, as those who are given this awesome opportunity to stand before people, right, owning the room, they're listening to our words. Words heal. So I wanted to focus, of course, this particular blog on the power of words, right? In the ancient but relevant book, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was what? With God, and the Word was what? Was God. And it is God, the words. Think about it, how powerful words are. Keep in mind this, too, that every story must have a point, and every point must have a story, because I'm going to tell you a story in a minute, and I want to kind of bring it all in, but I want to just really focus on words, like how powerful your words are. Think about it. Your words are powerful. God said what? He said what? Words. Let there be what? Light. And guess what? There was what? Light. Words. So never underestimate the power of your words. Life and death is in the power of the what? Tongue. What comes off the tongue? Words. That's why it's so important, to increase our vocabulary. Even as speakers, we need to learn how to pontificate. Help somebody right now. Words. So never underestimate the power of your words. And your words and your actions must be equal. If not, the brain doesn't know how to process that. That's why, a lot of, we get confused on some folk, because their words say one thing, but their actions say what? Another. It's important that what we say matches up with what we do. So, the power of words, okay? I wanted to talk to you about the power of your words. When I was growing up, and I still don't understand why this happened, so y'all talk to my mom and find out. So I didn't play with a lot of kids growing up, so I stayed inside, and I was really around my grandfather a lot, and he used to watch this soap opera called Santa Barbara. It was Eden and Cruz Castillo. I kind of remember some of that. And that particular market, they would cater, all of the, advertisers cater to their market, which was mostly what? Women. And there was this one particular commercial that would come on, and it had a really good jingle. And I loved it. And there was a part in the commercial where the lady was washing dishes and she's singing this jingle. And I'm going to sing it for you. Some of y'all might remember. My mom is not in here, right? So she won't pop me. And it goes something like this: OB, it's the way you should be. Just try OB and you'll see. Now, I was washing dishes one day and I'm singing a jingle just like the lady was on the commercial. And all of a sudden, pop! My mom pops me on the back of my head. I think I shouldn't be called the people. I think I'm calling people. I'm calling people. So anyway, she pops me on the back of my head. And I didn't understand why. She said, "Don't sing that." Now, every story must have a point, and every point must have a story. For me, what was powerful about that particular commercial, what was powerful about that moment was that the jingle, it stuck. Even though I got snuck, it stuck because of the power of the words, the power of the jingle. And still today, after all of these years, I don't even know if they still sell it. By the way, it's like some, female cleansing product. That's all we're saying for the kids. So, but I still remember the song, probably because I got popped. But OB is the way you should be. Just try OB and you'll see. So my point here is that the power of those words placed in a jingle and how it was learned, and how it was transmitted, made me remember. Of course, there's some other things my mom helped me to remember it too. But the point is this: words are powerful. Words can heal, but words can hurt. Words can transform, or words can deform, right? Power of words. So when we're giving any presentation, it is critical that we understand that what we're saying is really important. And you want it to stick. That's my point. Every story must have a point, every point must have a story. You want that point to stick like the OB song. And there are ways in which we do that. First of all, it has to be a catchy phrase or something easy for everyone to participate. You're engaging the audience, they get to participate. And one of the things I like to do, I have this one particular speech that I do all the time, and it's called "What's Happening," is the name of the speech, "What's Happening." But engaging the audience, what I do is I have them to simply repeat this one word. And the one word is hope. Say it. Hope. Say it one more time. Hope. So now they're in the presentation. I'm engaging them. I'm asking the question. I'm enrolling them in the process, so they're getting involved. And so it's not just me giving the presentation, but now it's an exchange. We're all doing the presentation, which, by the way, if you're nervous and if you have trouble or you're challenged with speaking in front of people, get your audience involved. Call and response. So I would say, "What's happening?" And then they would say, "What? Hope." The reason why that word is so powerful, and I want to talk about this on the blog as well, is because hope requires us to say something that we do not see. It requires us to visualize something that doesn't exist. Hope. Like we all hope for something. Like some of y'all probably hope I shut up. But we all hope for something. But let me tell you why that word is so powerful and why it's important to get your audience involved and engaged in the process. Because as I'm asking the question, what's happening? Because remember, at the end of the day, this is about results. This is about transformation. It's not about motivation, but we need the motivation for the transformation. Like we need the information and the education to get to the motivation. Like all of those things must be at play. So when individuals are required to say hope, it requires them to let out this air, this hope that's inside of them. You see, even though they may not know it, subliminally, it requires them to visualize a better future, to visualize whatever you're talking about in the presentation, especially if it's a TED Talk. But it requires them to see it. Why? Because faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things what? Not seen. But if we can get people to a place of hope and then help them to realize that hope is no more than faith, and faith without works is dead, then we, we've done our job. And so at the end of the day, this is about transformation. Any talk that you do, it is about getting some result. What do you want them to do? What do you want them to achieve? Because remember, they came to hear you. So you have an awesome role and responsibility to get them to this place of what? Hope. And then to take action. So that's why we talk about why this. Why are we talking about hope? Why me? The reason why I'm sharing this story with you about hope is because there was a time where I didn't have hope, where I felt like I didn't have the answer. But then someone came along and they began to share their story and share their journey with me. And as I listened to their story and I watched their lives, I realized that I have hope, that I can have the same hope that they had, and my life can be different. That's the why me. Why now? The reason why hope is important to talk about today is because there's so many people who don't have any hope. And so it's important for us, those who have hope and have faith, that we show our faith in action, in love, in everything that we do and say. So what's happening? Hope. So here's what I want you to do. If you know someone who is struggling today, this is my call to action. Right? Why this? Why me? Why now? Now what? Here's what I want you to do. Here's the call to action. I want you to go and call someone. In fact, stop what you're doing right now in the audience. I want you in your audience, pick up your cell phone. I'm getting them involved. You see it? They're now engaged and now helping me with my presentation. So I want you to text them right now and just say, I love you. Or say, you can do this. Give someone hope today. That's all you have to do. Just pull out your cell phone, because some of y'all been on it anyway during my presentation. Yeah, you, I'm talking about you. Hey, so everybody laughs. Engage you once again. Encourage somebody today and let them know that hope is alive. And that no matter what they're going through, no matter what they're faced with, no matter what the situation is, right now, you're going to be their hope by encouraging them and letting them know, no matter who they are or where they've been on life's journey, that they too can have what? Hope. All right, that's all I wanted to share with you guys. I spent about 13 minutes on this. And so I hope that this, there's that word, I hope that this was helpful. And so please feel free to share this with other people as well. And why don't you give them some hope? In fact, why don't y'all text me? Ain't nobody text me. Text me, email me, and give me some hope. Of course, this is Darrin L. Harris. And remember, leaders who lead with love never lose. It's always a win-win, and we're in it, what? To win it. God bless you. God keep you. This is my prayer. Go get some hope. Go give some hope. Go be the hope. What's happening? Hope.